all of their stuff for them. Down for the weight rack.
One regular, one legless?
Yes. Me specifically, or all of us?
All of them.
Oh, I thought you were giving me an advantage. Because I always try to cut my reps. I was gonna say, I'll do one legless, you do two. Yeah, I think one regular, one legless would be perfect.
He pooped.
I knew he had to poop. We want to avoid messes in the gym. Milo goes to the door, we have to let him out.
You would never.
He used to. He'd like sprint to the corner, run circles, and poop in the corner. Anyways, we're gonna do one regular, one legless. On the rope.
Like
one regular rope climb.
Should regular be second?
Yes. One legless, one regular. Dan said one regular, one legless. So I don't know. Let's talk to him about that. I don't think he was thinking when he said that. He's not thinking about
Who's next? You're just throwing everybody under the bus this morning.
You know my Hey Dan, how about we put the legless first? The legless should be first.
Yeah?
Is that what you said?
No.
I knew. See?
Whatever.
I repeated to him and Pat was like, why would we do the legless second?
It's hard, but write it down just tell me what to do. More difficult.
Okay. Yeah, which one do you want to do for real? Do you want the legless to be harder?
Yeah.
Okay, one regular, one legless. One regular, one legless.
That was the most complex way to explain what we're doing. I couldn't make it more difficult.
It's all Dan today. I didn't have anything to do with this one. So this is wrong. One legless. One regular, one legless. There you go.
I'm not like one of y'all. I'm from the jungle. I run with the son of God.
I just feel like I had my grip and it kind of got better.
I stubbed my finger on the first one. On the rafter. I hit it and I stubbed my finger. Oh, really? That's how I'm gonna get hurt. Perfect. Stubbing my finger on a legless rope climb. At least I hit it. Look at him today. Such a baby. Last time I ended with a blue, a 15, and a 5. So a blue, a green, and maybe a little bit more would be good. Debating on back squatting or box squatting, but I feel like with all the squatting I do in my CrossFit workouts, I'm constantly in the same movement pattern. And I've been noticing the box squat for me has really been helping me engage my hamstrings and my glutes, and I get sore in a whole new way. And I also feel like I engage my midsection because I'm so much more under control that I'm not worrying about catching the bounce out of the bottom to get out of the hole. So all in all, I feel like it protects my back. When I'm tired, it doesn't put as much strain on it. I feel like it's strengthening my posterior, which is what I'm actively going for when I'm squatting, and taking my quads out of the mix. So I am a huge advocate of box squatting, and I think it's gonna make a huge difference in my all-around strength and just how I feel by incorporating this into my program regularly now. All right guys, for setup, you wanna make sure that you always pull your bar back. We want it on the back side of the J cup closest to you. For your box, it should literally be no more than 1 step back. You don't wanna be walking 3 or 4 steps to get back to your box and then back into the rack. 1 step, you put your feet down, you're good. For the speed, you'll notice it's almost, in a sense, kind of like in my head, I think like a tempo squat, but not actually a tempo squat. So the analogy would be an elevator versus an escalator. So elevator, straight up, straight down. Escalator, it's kind of like the steps. 1, 2, 3. So in my head, I kind of think 3, 2, 1 on the way down. I set my box up. I like to make sure that I'm right at parallel. So I use a 12-inch box and a 45-pound plate. The goal is to be wider. So it's not gonna be comfortable because we're used to squatting a little bit more narrow, but to bring wider to keep our shin as close to vertical at all times as possible, and the weight is in my heel. So when I hit the bottom, I'm literally thinking about almost like my foot wants to rotate out, but I'm twerking my foot or screwing it into the floor the best that I can, keeping full contact, keeping my knees out, my shins vertical, and then I drive for my hamstrings and my glutes with my chest up to get out of the hole. When I get out of the hole, or when I'm driving out of the hole, what I think about is just squeezing in tight. So I want to keep the bar nice and stable. I'm squeezing tight hard on the bar with keeping my midsection tight. And as I start to stand, I'm pushing through the floor, and all I'm thinking about is squeezing my hips to bring my hip into extension, and I'm not thinking about overextending. So it's just from the hinge to the squeeze. So this should really improve your deadlift. Just in that final piece in the deadlift, the same idea here. My watch. And I'm gonna hang out with my dog for at least 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So generally for speed squats, you wanna have about 50% on your barbell, maybe with chains, bands, moving the bar faster, less rest. But I'm sitting around 65 to 70%. I'm gonna go 8 sets of 3. So it's a little bit heavier. So I wanna make sure I'm getting the full strength piece out of it. So I'm the only one in here today with Milo. So I'll just hang out, watch my watch, hang out with him, and then hit my next set. So single leg work, I like to use the safety squat bar as well for that. It's a little bit different in the sense that it takes off the pressure of your shoulders. So kind of just sits the bar right in your shoulders, sits right in the front so you can hold it nice and tight. And then the weights are kind of cambered, drop down to the side. So in a front rack lunge, it's a little bit harder than a back rack because you're having to hold that barbell up. So this is kind of like a hybrid of the two. So you get the nice little bit of a quad pump, forces you to activate your core and also squeeze tight in the upper body without actually just loading that bar into that front rack position. So I like to isolate this after I do some sort of squatting to make sure I'm not compensating, pushing through one leg or the other. So I work each side individually and I just think about driving hard through my front heel, keeping my midsection nice and tight, and then it's a deficit as well. So for the safety bar squat deficit lunge, just make sure you're not slamming your heel into the, or not your heel, but your knee into the ground. You do want to tap your knee, hit the full deficit, but you want that to be super controlled so it's not super hard on your patella, and then you can drive hard out of your front.
3, 2, 1, go!
enjoyed that. That was a little inside look at kind of the strength work that I've been doing during the open. So we're 2 weeks in. I did a repeat yesterday and it's Tuesday. So in the summertime, when I'm training hard, I'm typically doing Olympic lifting in the morning, positional work, accessory, and then I'm coming back, I'm squatting, hitting more strength things. So I've just really dialed it back to make sure I have the power output I need for each of the open workouts. So it's picked up and now I've tapered back down. But it's helped me be happier and healthier and feel more prepared and ready for these open workouts that I can hit the intensity and have the power output that I need. So I think it's super important that you periodize and you let your body have the rest that it's asking for. Coming up, we are working on a website, so we'll be launching some cool things related to my training, some other good training stuff. So keep an eye out for our website that's gonna launch soon. And then 2 weeks into the open, the workouts have been tough. I like the higher capacity workouts, I like the test of fitness, but I am hoping and I am praying for some really high skill stuff. So whether that means some ring muscle ups I would love to see come back, I'd take some bar muscle ups, high volume chest to bar, things along those lines. That's what I'm praying for this week. So we'll see. And make sure you guys go follow a dog named Milo. So this is my pup, he just turned 1. He's my training partner when all my other friends leave me hanging. Go follow him on Instagram. We've got some really great videos.